Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, your calf so tight that you had to jump out of bed and massage it in pain? I've seen countless patients over the age of 60 tell me that just one cramp was enough to haunt their entire night. One man named Richard, 68, once confessed to me, "Doctor, I'm afraid to go to sleep because I never know when the pain will strike." And surprisingly, the solution doesn't always come from expensive pills. It can come from something as simple as a humble fruit, the banana. I want you to picture this. In the evening, just before going to bed, you eat a ripe, yellow banana. It may seem ordinary, but inside lies a treasure chest of nutrition. The potassium and magnesium in bananas act like two silent guards, keeping your muscles relaxed and preventing sudden tightening. And vitamin B6 serves as the signal cord between the brain and the muscles, making sure those spasms don't interrupt your sleep. Science has shown that a lack of potassium or magnesium is one of the leading reasons why muscles lose their balance and cramp at night. And in older adults, eating habits often don't provide enough of these minerals. That's why one banana a day isn't just a sweet snack. It's a natural, gentle, and effective remedy for prevention. So if anyone asks me, "Doctor, is there a way I can finally sleep peacefully tonight?" I usually smile and say, start with a banana and let your body feel the difference. Another patient of mine, Linda, 72, once complained that her legs seemed to betray her. At night, even the slightest turn in bed could cause her calves to seize up with painful cramps. She had tried different supplements, but her body couldn't tolerate them. It wasn't until she made one small change, eating a banana in the evening, that things began to improve. After just a few weeks, she told me the cramps had eased and her nights had become much more peaceful. This isn't hard to understand. After the age of 50, our bodies are like fields that have weathered many seasons. Nutrients in the soil are more easily depleted. Potassium helps regulate the flow of electricity in muscle fibers, while magnesium acts like a lubricant, keeping the gears running smoothly. When either one is lacking, the muscles become thirsty, and cramps are simply their cry for help. I often remind my patients, the answer doesn't always sit in the medicine cabinet. Sometimes it's right there in your fruit basket. A banana, simple, inexpensive, easy to find, carries a healing power we often overlook. And I'd like you to ask yourself this tonight. Don't your legs deserve the gentle care of something as small, yet as powerful, as a banana? You know, life after 50 is much like a book that has already passed through many chapters. Our bodies may no longer be as strong as they once were in our 20s, but they still long to be cared for, to be cherished. A single banana each day may not turn back the clock, but it can give your legs the steadiness they need, making every morning step lighter and every night's sleep more peaceful and uninterrupted. I often tell my patients, health is not a miracle. It's the result of simple choices, repeated day after day. Have you ever thought that something as small as a banana could be a gentle gift of well-being to your body? Try offering yourself that gift, just once, and see how different you feel. And if you found today's sharing helpful, I invite you to press like to show your support. Subscribe so you won't miss more health tips for life after 50. And share this video with a friend or loved one. Because sometimes, just one small piece of advice is enough to give them a more restful, peaceful night's sleep. Have you ever noticed that sometimes our bodies feel like a field after a long drought, thirsting for a cool stream of water to come alive again? After the age of 50, many of my patients struggle with electrolyte imbalances. Sometimes it's because of diuretics, sometimes blood pressure medication, and other times simply because they forget to drink enough water throughout the day. The result is stiff muscles, painful cramps, and poor circulation. I remember one patient, Mary, 70 years old, who came to me and said, "Doctor, every time I walk in the afternoon, as soon as I get home, my legs seize up so badly I have to sit down." I suggested something very simple. After her walk, drink a glass of fresh coconut water. Just a few weeks later, she returned with a bright smile and told me, "I never imagined that this sweet, gentle drink could calm my legs so quickly." You see, coconut water contains potassium and magnesium, two minerals that keep the rhythm of the muscles, almost whispering to every fiber. Relax now, don't cramp. Science has shown that with enough of these nutrients, blood flows more freely, the heart pumps more steadily, and the legs feel lighter and stronger. I want you to picture this. On a summer afternoon, after a stroll in the park, you sit down and take a sip of cool coconut water. Your body feels refreshed from the inside out, and your legs silently thank you for that gentle act of care. Sometimes, health truly begins with choices as simple as this. Have you ever thought that a small egg on your breakfast table could actually be a great gift for your legs? Many people see eggs as nothing more than a simple food, but to me, after decades of working with older patients, eggs are truly a treasure chest we often overlook. I remember one of my patients, James, 66, who frequently complained that his legs were weakening too quickly. He thought he needed expensive supplements, but sometimes the solution is far simpler. I suggested he try adding a boiled egg to his daily breakfast. Just a few weeks later, he returned with a smile and said, "Doctor, my steps feel steadier now, and the cramps have almost disappeared." This makes perfect sense. The protein in eggs acts like tiny bricks, quietly rebuilding muscle fibers after a day of activity. The vitamin D in the yolk helps the body absorb calcium more effectively, like a supportive hand strengthening the bones. And most importantly, vitamin B12 is the guardian of the nervous system, keeping the communication line between the brain and muscles clear. When all of these come together, your legs feel stronger, steadier, and much more flexible. I want you to imagine this. In the morning, just as the sun rises, you sit at the table with a warm boiled egg in front of you. It's not just a simple breakfast, it's a gentle message to your body. Today, we will walk with confidence. If this message has touched you, I want you to know you are not alone on this journey. Thousands of people your age are rediscovering their strength, their balance, their joy, simply by paying attention to these little keys of health. So if you've ever felt the tremble in your legs, the weight in your steps, or the silence of forgotten energy, let's walk this path together. I'll be here, sharing stories, science, and gentle reminders that your body still longs to thrive. If this resonates with you, I warmly invite you to join our community by subscribing so we can continue this conversation week after week. And if you know someone, a friend, a sibling, a neighbor, who might need these words, share this video with them. Sometimes, hope is just one story away. And now, before you go, take a deep breath. Feel your feet pressing against the ground. And remember, every step you take today is a step toward a stronger tomorrow.